that was fabulous. And oh, weren't they gorgeous? Yes, they were indeed. And I met a very handsome young man when I was up in the audience earlier. Yes. And surprise, surprise, it's you, Darren Brown. Darren, come and join me on the Cilla sofa, Darren. Come on, Chuck. Come on. Have a sit down there. Well, I just had to bring you down here, Darren, because you have got a most incredible story to tell. Now, you're only just... Is it right, you're only just 23 years old?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And when you were... Well, when you were just a baby, your mum and dad's marriage split up.
That's right, yeah.
And your dad disappeared from your life altogether.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I haven't seen him since I was, well, 8 months old.
8 months old, my goodness me. But then your mum did remarry again, and
Yeah.
you had to change your name to Taylor.
That's right, yeah.
But you now call yourself Darren Brown.
Yeah, changed my name right back to Brown, the way it was.
Now, last year you decided to try and find your dad, didn't you?
That's right, yeah.
How did you go about that?
It was last Easter, and sort of it's something that I wanted to do. So me and my fiancée Jodie, we went down to a place in London where we'd sort of look at St Catherine's house, where we like look up like names of sort of marriage certificates, things like that, and sort of got his marriage certificate, which gave an address of where he was living at the time. So went to that address, but that was my nan and granddad's address, but unfortunately they'd already like, passed on.
Oh, dear.
But there was a lady next door that sort of said, oh, have you tried the house around the corner? That's sort of their daughter's house. So
Right.
I found out I had an auntie that I didn't know about as well.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, to cut a long story short, I managed to sort of get sort of my auntie.
Yeah.
And I saw her, went around to her house one evening, and she was telling me all about my dad and the rest of my family. I've got sort of 15 cousins that I didn't know about, and 6 aunties and uncles, and I've been in contact with my dad now, like ever since, over the phone and writing letters.
But is it true when you did phone your dad, you were that terrified that you slammed the phone down? You
Yeah.
didn't speak to him?
Yeah, when he like picked up the phone and said hello, I put the phone down for him.
But you got up your courage and you rang him back, didn't you?
Yeah, about 2 seconds later.
Well, that must have been so thrilling.
Oh,
And I have to read out what your dad actually said to you on the phone. He said to you, Darren, you don't know how long I've waited for this moment. Don't ever think I didn't want you. I tried to trace you, but there was no Darren Brown.
So,
So you haven't seen him since you were 8 months old, so you won't remember anything about him.
no, not
Well,
really.
you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah,
Because he moved to New Zealand, didn't
that's
he?
right, yeah, 13 years ago.
Well, he's not there now. Surprise, surprise. We have flown your dad all the way over from New Zealand to be with his baby tonight. And here he is. Come in, Dad. Say hello to your baby son. Come on, Dad. Reaching out, holding hands, reliving memories as we smile through the years. The tears, the fears disappear. Life is full, full of surprises. It's surprising how dreams come true. Life is full, full of surprises, and the nicest surprise in my life is you. Well, that's all we have time for this week, I'm afraid. I'd like to say a very big thank you to everyone who's helped us on tonight's show. Ian Evans, Martin O'Fire, Sue Pollard, Robson and Jerome, Chris Bailey and Torval and Dean. We'll be back next week with more surprises. So until then, you're all